I knew you were doing that. You're so predictable. We already did the lip sync thing, Bob. You are a child. You look very cute today.
Thank you. I'm wearing my Barbara Streisand.
Did you think Vanilla did a good Barbara?
Yeah, I was recently rewatching it.
Why?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh! Tell the viewers. If you love our fans so much, tell them.
I do love the fans, but I don't think it's I was helping someone get ready for Snatch Game.
You care to tell us who?
I don't think that'd be appropriate.
What does the name rhyme with?
Bonet Text Change. Did you go back? Do fans still ask you that?
They do ask you
that. Like at what point, how many times do you have to be on Drag Race for someone to be like, I'm not going back? Apparently 2. 2's not enough. Maybe 3. Maybe they don't ask Manila anymore.
Maybe. No, I feel they still ask her. People already asked Juju if she'll go back. And that'll be her 4th time?
Yeah.
That'll be her 4th time.
Literally more times than Merle Ginsburg. Literally more seasons of Drag Race than Merle Ginsburg.
Has Merle ever done anything after Drag Race? I don't think so.
I'm sure she didn't just roll over and die.
Don't know.
She's not living in the world of
Do you know she's alive?
I don't know. And I didn't call her today. So no, I don't know if Merle Ginsburg is alive right now, but I think we would have heard.
After she got fired from Drag Race, for all you know, Merle Ginsburg got in her car and an 18-wheeler fucking destroyed her and
That's
she
true,
died.
Because she was back on season 10.
She did. She was not on season 10.
11?
Maybe. She wasn't on my season.
They did a where in the world is Merle Ginsburg episode.
That's so rude.
I think Merle's feeding her family. If she has a family. I think Merle's eating. She was alive on that episode, so she clearly has eaten something since then.
Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
Of course.
Wasn't that such a good show? They should bring back Celebrity Deathmatch.
It's like a claim, for those of you who are too young or too old, Celebrity Deathmatch was this claymation, stop motion animation show on MTV, and like Paris Hilton would fight against
Nicole Richie,
or the only way you would win is if someone died.
It was so good, and this should be a Michelle versus Merle. Who do you think would win in fist to fist combat between Merle and Michelle? I feel like Michelle down, right?
Michelle's tough.
Michelle is a fucking.
She had her breast removed, so that her weak spot is gone. You know, Michelle carries a gun. I probably shouldn't say this, but she probably doesn't care if people know.
Like in the world?
I was just talking to her and I said, Michelle, I was laughing at that video of you trying to get your debit card out of the thing with her nails. She couldn't.
Oh, girl, yeah.
You can't get in there. It's like trying to use Got to Be Glue with nails on. You can't. You gotta switch the swab, bitch.
Well, no. If you have acrylics, you can. But if you have on gluey glues, you can't.
So anyway, Michelle couldn't get her debit card out of the gas station. I said, "Girl," she goes, "You should see me trying to use a Glock." I was like,
"But a Glock is easy. You think you just put your finger in and you just the trigger."
Wow. Teach them how to shoot a gun, man.
I am from Brooklyn. Have you ever shot a gun before?
Never, not once.
Me either.
Not even a single.
Would you ever? Should we do a Sibling Rivalry where we record a thing where we go to a shooting range and shoot guns?
I'm uncomfortable. I would do it for the thing. But
I would be so scared to shoot a gun.
I'm very uncomfortable with
I would be scared that I would shoot it and some weird cosmic clumsy way right, you know what I mean?
Like a fucking Rush Hour movie. I would be afraid. You really miss Rush Hour, huh?
Oh, such a good movie.
I would be afraid that because I see
like it.
No, I see these videos of people like at the gun range being like having fun, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" Like I'd be afraid.
I've never seen that in real life.
No, I've seen videos of it. I've never been to a gun range.
I'm saying not in real life. I mean, not in like that was like a fake TV thing. Never in a.
No, I've seen videos of them before. There's a video of a drag race winner, and she's shooting a gun, and she's like, "Bon voyage, motherfuckers!" And then she like goes to shoot the gun, but then everyone's like, "Do not point the gun at us." And I don't think you don't need me to tell you who. What? You know who did that.
Oh, got it.
Who do you think did
Sharon Noodles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She would.
And it's still on Instagram. You can go check it out right now.
She fucking would. That crazy bitch. Not waving the gun around.
Loaded. Safety off. Because she shot it a second later.
Oh my God, I cannot. I literally can't even look at the camera and
talk
about that. That's
so I feel like being around people who don't know gun safety, myself included, I don't know. All I know is safety always on. Don't point it at anyone. Keep the gun down. hold it with 2 hands, lock your arms so you don't get.
Oh, lock like okay, guys. So not like this. It needs to be like.
Well, we want to actually. I don't think you lock.
I'm about to say you.
No, when I say lock, I mean lock as in like steady your hand.
Right, but
you don't have to extend your arm. No, you want to lock them like this. Like keep your hands, not elbows locked, but like sturdy your hands, and make sure you keep your wrist really tight
because it shoots back
the gun
at you.
does this, so you can end up shooting. Then end up. But the gun wouldn't actually. The bullet flies out so fast that it wouldn't actually. But I've seen videos of people like going to shoot and they're all flimsy hand, and then the gun is so strong. Once it shoots, it ends up pointing directly.
Oh no, it does not.
I've seen it, Monet. I've been to the dark corners of the internet.
Do you know about this like black, like dark internet people talk about? I've never experienced it.
The dark web.
Yeah, the dark web where you can like, I don't know how you. I feel it's like Narnia. How the fuck do you get there?
I'll tell you. So I did experience the dark web for a little bit.
What'd you go
because
for?
I was trying. Okay, so when my mom was really sick, I was really kind of like freaking out and was like, my mom's gonna need a lung, and you can't buy a lung,
right?
Legally,
right?
But you can buy a lung on the dark web.
And how did you get there?
I just did enough Googling and going to you just keep Googling until you just keep Googling and Googling and Googling. And then I type in like how to buy a lung. And then eventually after enough clicks you get to a place where someone will sell you a human body part.
See,
so I tried to buy my mom a lung. They're pretty expensive. And it's also
how much?
Maybe like $100,000 or something.
100,000?
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
But also, you don't know if you're getting a lung
that's word compatible, human, right?
If it's compatible, it's like you're really trying your luck, and then you have to go off reviews, and it's a whole thing. So I did once go to the dark weathers of the internet to try to buy my mom a lung.
Can I say about this manicure?
Yes, please.
So I went to our friend to get my nails done. I'm not gonna say any names. And then when she did my nails, though,
why don't you want to say her name?
Because. Let me just finish the story and then we...
Oh, got it. Because you're not gonna. This won't be a glowing review,
right? Not glowing. It's good. But I went there and then this is dip powder gel. I mean dip powder color. So I saw the thing and I was like, "Ooh, that color's nice." I was like, "But it's too light. I don't like too like a light of a nude." And she was like, "No. But when it like goes on, it like gets darker." I was like, "Okay." So I put it on, and by the time it was set, it was like white girl nude. You know when you have like white girl nude? It's like this is not my nude. This looks like this is some white bitch's color. This is Sharon Needles nude. This is not Mode Exchange.
Well,
nude.
To be fair, and something Michelle says, which I still believe is true, she says your nails should be the color of your palm.
Oh.
And yours are the color of your palm, and they look really nice on you.
Watch me work. Watch me work.
Well, the other option is the color of your nipples. So either if you go lighter, the color of your palm. If you go darker, the color of your nipples.
Bob.
If you go darker, yeah, it could be. It's like a cute little contrast. Why is that so funny?
I cannot. That's so just over there. So then I was like, so I left and I was like, I hate it. I kept on seeing my hand reflection in cars. I was like, I fucking hate this color. And I said I didn't like it.
In cars?
Like, you know, you walk by a car, you like look at your manicure, you're like, oh my God, look at my manicure.
What about the mirrors in your house?
Oh, I wasn't home yet. I was in the car. So all the thing, I'm like mad. So as soon as I go home, I call my other nail lady.
Mad? You big mad?
Mad. So I called my nail lady and I was like, I need to change my color. So I changed it literally like 2 hours later. And to this, which would make sense.
When you ever say mad, were you thinking mad like the way black people say the same thing twice?
Yeah.
Or are you thinking mad like a New Yorker is very mad?
I was thinking the way that because I know how you and I have spoken about it before, like how black people say it twice. But if I didn't have that context, I thought you were saying like on New Yorker say, you are mad, yo. See, I hear you say it like that, it just doesn't feel right.
Well, I don't speak that way. Not like a New Yorker because I'm not from New York City.
But you've been here long enough. You don't. Why haven't you adopted any of our sayings like mad, like ODN, dead ass? Like you don't say none of that stuff. Like you like dead ass don't talk like us.
Because I don't live in Brooklyn.
This is not a Brooklyn. It's not a regional Brooklyn thing, my nigga. We say that's how you.
I do think that is Brooklyn.
It is not.
Like the people in my neighborhood don't talk like that. My neighborhood is Dominican, and they don't talk like that.
Okay, but who in your neighborhood have you kikied with that?
Even if I was kikiing with my neighbors, they don't talk like that.
That's not true. I have.
I hear them. Let me tell you right now. I hear my neighbors every hour of the day. I'm on the first floor. I am on the corner.
Bob, stop telling you have.
I'm at the corners of.
The place they do donuts, the place by the Little Caesars, on the ground from the corner. You
go watch Monet's episode of
Anyway, Bob, I'm telling you, I have friends in Harlem, in the Bronx. They all talk like that. It's a New York thing.
But not the Dominicans in my neighborhood. They all speak Spanish or they don't say mad this and mad that. That's not how they talk in there. I've been living there for 3 years. And when I lived on the Upper West Side, no one was speaking that way. When I lived in Queens, maybe a little bit in Queens. But I only lived in Queens for 2 years.
Your neighbors out here, you're not like conversing with them.
In my nose, man. That's hair attached to me.
Okay, well, cause and reflection in the light. I was trying to look out for you.
You're kind. That would have hurt, though.
It'll be all right. But yeah, I think if you like actually had a real conversation, you would hear they do. You sitting here playing Fortnite, you don't hear the nuances in their speech. It's just not how listening to things
It's not
work.
just okay. First of all, I hear them every hour. When I go to sleep, when I tell you they are literally outside my window, and it sounds like they are inside of the room with me. That is absolutely not an exaggeration.
Jacob,
it's not
is that
people.
true?
Definitely.
It's not people in passing. They park outside of my window, and they just talk.
Remember
Most of the time they speak Spanish.
Remember the first year when you were here and it was the summertime and the ice cream truck was just
Parked right outside the window. And the thing is, so in my hall of pictures, Trixie painted an ice cream truck because when she stayed here, she was like, it's nonstop. All you hear is this fucking ice cream truck. It parks right outside my window, and it just sits there until. Hey,
this is what Trixie painted.
So I have a little art gallery in my apartment where
Trixie's a good painter. Trixie's like this is realism.
I wouldn't call it realism.
This is pretty real.
No.
What is this then?
It is.
Surrealism?
It's not abstract, but it's not like realism. It's not done to scale. Like the tires are. That's not the size of the tires.
That is this. Yes.
Look at the tires. Look how small those tires are.
That's what the ice cream truck be.
No, it is instantly recognizable as an ice cream truck. But anyway, I have a little tiny art gallery in my hallway of people who stayed in my home.
Did Layla draw? No, she drew a dick.
No, you can show Layla's. Grab Layla's.
Can we show that?
It's a picture. Yeah, you can show them.
Yeah, I feel like this is getting a little bit too visual.
It's okay. Well, as you all know, if you cannot... Well, actually, this is still available on YouTube because we haven't taken a break yet.
No. It's only the first 10 minutes, though, whether we break or not.
Well, you know what? I don't know if we're at 10 minutes. How long have we been recording for, babe?
If y'all want to see it, get the
12
Patreon.
minutes right.
Oh, 2 minutes too late. So this is the picture that Lady McQueen drew. It is a blue devil licking a dick.
Honestly, that's a nice looking penis.
Well, she went to school for. She went to school.
Layla's a great artist. We play those games on a Jackbox TV.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
And we do the drawing one, and she always nails it. She's so good.
I have a Kim, I have a Naomi, Layla McQueen, Patty,
Kennedy.
No, Kennedy didn't do one. There are certain people. I always have the rule is I ask once, and if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. I asked Monet, and she said she didn't want to do it. So
I did not say I don't want to do it. I said I would. I just haven't done it.
That is not what you also actively dissuade people. Don't do Bob's little whack ass pictures.
I have literally never said.
Oh, Jacob, have you ever heard Monet say anything like that before? And the silence speaks volumes.
Let him answer.
Go ahead, Jacob, answer.
Yeah, I think your rules around who gets to paint them.
That's not the question. The question is, have you heard
about where they paint them? Are a little bit ridiculous. So having to ask someone more than once, or having them have to paint them inside your apartment, I think are just arbitrary.
But did you answer the question? Have you heard Monet say she did not want to do it and dissuade people from doing it?
You know, I can't recall that personally.
Thank you.
Jacob was. I'm right now.
Thank you.
First of all, Jacob was clearly full of shit. I can tell the way he said that. And
But
Jacob,
you know, if you think
Jacob
about
is
it,
mad because Jacob tried to do one. The only thing is you have to do it in the apartment. That's the only rule. Do it in the apartment. Jacob took one. Did you move it? Jacob took one and he did it outside of the apartment and brought it over. And I was like, you didn't do it in the apartment.
No, did you really do that?
Yeah. So it's not. I put it somewhere else.
That is so
So
fucking rude.
it can't go with the other ones.
That is so rude.
Layla's also doesn't go with the other one because it's not the right size. Those are all 8 by 8.
That is so.
This is 8 by
Jacob
10.
did one, and you would not put on the wall because he didn't do it in the apartment.
That's very much what happened.
Oh my god!
But I still hung it though.
Jacob,
It was also a birthday present.
Bob.
But I still hung it. It was. Well, I think Jacob took it down.
I would take it down too. Matter of fact, I would have brought it to you. I would have ripped it in your face.
I mean, you'd be just ripping your own painting. You just ripping up your own shit.
On that note, we should take a break.
Let's take a break.
Uh huh.
Really good timing. Work.
What is the most New York thing you think you've ever seen? I'm trying to think what that is for me. I don't know.
Well, I think sitting in my apartment while a car alarm goes off is very New York. I this is not something I saw. I just heard this story. This guy who works at my job came and said this, and I remember thinking to myself, this is the funniest story I've ever heard in my life. And he said this woman was getting off the train, off the bus in like Brooklyn or Queens, and she had like her child on her hip, who was like a baby, and then like a 5 or 6 year old like walking behind her, and she's like the little girl behind is just dragging ass and just not moving fast, and then she has the baby on her hip, and then she just turns around and grabs the little girl by her shirt and goes, hey yo son, you making me mad tight right now. And then she like lets the little girl go. And there's something funny about someone looking at their daughter and saying, look son, which is hilarious. You making me mad tight right now.
No, you making me mad tight right. I can just see that.
And apparently, and she grabbed her, jacked her up.
Oh, I'm sure.
And apparently, at the time, I didn't know that tight means angry.
Yeah.
There's a, if you're in the
girl, all other things. Literally in the past 1 minute, we've had 2 car alarms, an ambulance. Jeez, and of course, the ambulance always goes so slow. So should they move fast?
I don't think they're going slow. I think they're going at the speed of a normal car would go. But I think you can just hear it for so much longer. I don't think they're like creeping to a crawl.
Or have you ever heard of an ambulance and it's in one key at the front, then it passes you, and behind it is a completely different key? That shit drives me insane.
Not it modulates when it goes past.
Well,
what
was that?
I was modulating. We should in theater class. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
Hey,
mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
Okay,
That's enough. Don't talk about
this. That's enough, bitch. What's the most New York? I mean, you've been living here most of your life.
So I don't know what the most New York thing I've seen.
The most New York thing I've actually seen with my own eyes when I was visiting. Before I lived here, I visited one time, but also I didn't even leave Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn the whole time I was here. It was this whole crazy thing. I came here with this guy that I was like kind of into, but like also we were friends.
But you came to New York with the guy you were into?
To visit him. And I was like into him. He lived in Bay Ridge.
Now you travel for dick.
No, but it wasn't like a guy that I hooked up with.
Okay, I got it.
But he was like a friend of mine, and I also wanted to move. We were going to move to LA together as roommates. It was anyway. And when I got off the phone in Brooklyn, I saw this guy in Bay Ridge, which is like I think a Polish or Italian neighborhood. Can you check that, babe?
Bay Ridge is like, it's kind of a mixture of both. Well, Bensonhurst is very Italian. Bay Ridge is kind of a mix of the two, I would say.
And it's far. Bay Ridge is not particularly close to Manhattan.
Oh yeah, it's far.
Yeah. So I got out there, and when I got out, it was this guy who was wearing a tank top with pants that were like a little bit, but like at his belly button, black pants, hair slicked straight back with like dress shoes on. He was on the phone marching back and forth with a very thick New York Italian accent, and he was like screaming at someone, like, I will fucking ruin you. You don't fucking know who I am. You don't fuck with me. You don't fuck with my people. And he's like doing all this like yakety, and I was like, this is the most New York. This is like a parody.
What you see on TV.
It's like what you see on TV. And also back when I first moved to New York City, I would say out of 10 cars on the street, 7 of them were yellow.
Yeah, cabs. I mean, honestly, I don't even see green ones anymore either. Have you seen? I can't recall the last time I saw a yellow or green cab. I see them up here. Really?
Yeah.
I
green ones kind of yellow ones. Green cabs almost never now. Yellow cabs
never.
Rarely do I see.
Well, Uber and Lyft are just and Get and Juno and Uno and
I once got kicked out of. I think I once got kicked out of a Get.
A Get. Well, is the one where he was like, "You want me to physically fight you?"
No. That was when I was in a yellow cab, and I was in an Uber, and then the yellow cab guy tried to fight me. He said, "You want to fight?" And I said, "You mean physically?"
That's my favorite story.
No,
like that would ruin my week.
Yeah, no. This was me, Alfredo, and what was our first old roommate who used to work at one of the bars? Dan. Me, Alfredo, and Dan were headed uptown. Dan. Hi, Dan. And Dan goes, "Could you take 10th?" please.
Oh, cabs hate when you try to tell them what to do.
And the guy was like, and he just drove right past it.
That shit fucking...
And went to the West Side Highway.
Wild.
And I said, you're not going to take the road? They want you to... He's paying for it.
Right.
Take 10. Then if it costs more, it costs more. And the guy was like, I drive the way I want to drive. And I was like, oh my God. And then he started going on this Trump tirade.
Oh God, like pro-Trump?
Yeah, this Russian guy, super pro-Trump. And I said, so let me get this straight. You are going to not drive the way we want you to drive, and then you're going to make us listen. You talk about Trump the whole time. And then he goes, you don't have to listen. You can get out. I said, the nigga put me out. Well, he pulled over immediately. I said, let me out.
And just you? Or the other two as well?
Unlocked, and he was like, you can go. I was on the West Side Highway. And he was like, you can get out now. And I was like, this nigga really just put me out.
Oh my God, and what about what street, like 96?
No, it wasn't actually West. It was 12th. It wasn't the West Side. It was like around 50 something, 40 something.
Got it.
So I was over on 12th before it turns into the West Side Highway.
Got it.
And he was like, get out. And then I looked at Dan and Free, and I was like, just me. Got it. And I got out, and they stayed in the car, and they went up to the...
Oh, that's shady.
And they went up to the West... To be fair, it was me.
So what? If it was you and me, I would get out with you.
Well, Dan and Free did not.
They were like...
Girl?
I think we should call Free right now and confront him about it.
We can confront Free about it?
I'm going to confront Free. I cannot believe that, Bob. You were mad at them? I would be fucking heated.
I was a little bit annoyed, but also, I mean, just because I got kicked out of the car, I mean, y'all got to get kicked out
White
of the car.
White people ain't loyal.
Well, Freeze.
Oh, he's white passing.
Oh, my God. Will he say what or hello?
Well, he was just with me.
What do you want?
So he was saying...
Y'all were together?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Talking about you. He was talking about the time he took a cab with you and you like got crazy and then kicked out the cab.
I got crazy. You have Dan Bass's number?
I do have Dan.
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, Alfredo. Bob.
You're on speaker. We're doing the podcast.
Yeah, Bob wants to confront you about something.
I did not say I was confronting. I think we're confirming. Do you remember that time we were in that Uber or the Get, and the driver wouldn't take 10th up, so I confronted him about it, and then he started going on about Trump, and then he told me I could get out, and then he kicked me out on the West Side Highway?
Yeah.
Alfredo, why did you get out the car with Bob? Why did you let Bob go out by himself?
Because that's how you behave around friends.
What?
Why would I just leave my friend on the highway?
Wait, did you get out with me?
Yeah.
Oh, Bob
Oh, no.
said. See, Bob said
Wait.
no one got out with him.
Wait, Dan stayed in. Was it Dan who stayed in?
I don't remember. I don't think.
No, someone stayed in. Maybe it was Dan, because you and I had to walk over to 10th and catch a yellow cab. Remember? Wait, did you get out with me? Because Dan took it to the West End.
Bob said, listen, Alfredo, according to Bob, he did this. A guy kicked him out, and then you and Dan stayed in the cab, and y'all left Bob stranded.
I could have been wrong, though.
On the West Side Highway.
You know what? I remember this story very vividly, but I don't think I was with you at all.
I think.
So what you're saying is Bob is a liar.
I think you were
Because
there.
you told me this story.
Well, now we got to call Dan.
Okay, we're gonna call Dan, Alfredo. I'll call you back.
All right.
Bob, what is it? What is the story?
I was in the car.
Were you?
Also, Free remembers being in the car too. So I'm not the only one who has a problem recollecting the memory.
Apparently, you weren't in the car. Apparently, you made this whole story
I was
up.
in the car. I thought Free was there, but maybe because
we're calling Dan. We're calling Dan Bass. I got his number right here. Oh, you thought I wouldn't have Dan's number. We're gonna get down, honey.
I did not think that. Dan is not gonna answer for you.
Yes, he will. Dan loves me. Dan distresses a lot of my hoodies, my sweaters that you love so much.
Does Dan still live in the city? He moved to like.
Did he? Hello, good evening, Dan Bass. This is Bob and Monet, and you're currently live. Well, not live. You're on our podcast. We're calling you on speaker.
What? Oh my god! I didn't know this was happening.
So Dan, I have a question. Do you remember a couple of years ago we were in an Uber or like some sort of a ride share? It was a Get actually, because someone had like a code to get a Get for $10 uptown, and then I believe you or someone else in the car asked the driver if he would take 10 up, and then he said no, and he jumped on the West Side Highway, and then I was upset about it and I wouldn't shut up about it, and then he started going on about Trump and I wouldn't shut up about that, and then he kicked me out of the car on the West Side Highway. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Oh my God, Dan! You're proving my point. Bob is making this entire story up. This never happened.
That does not prove that.
Because we just called Alfredo. Alfredo was like,
That's not what happened. Alfredo said, I got out with you. Wait, I don't remember if I was in the car. That's what you just lied about.
Then Alfredo was like, I think you just told me the story. I wasn't even there.
But also you were leaving out the part where Alfredo was like, I think I was in it. I don't remember if I was there. So you just made up a whole narrative.
Dan literally has no recollection of this ever happening. And
what happened was we were going up to the west side.
We heard you.
We're going to the west. Do you remember? Because we were all downtown for something, and then we had to head uptown, and then someone stayed in the car and went to the West End.
No. Dan is saying you full of
Guys,
shit.
those times were hazy for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to be fair, I think Dan might have been hitting the bottle.
Dan, well, thank you for proving my point.
Wait, what are you saying, Dan?
Thank you for proving my point that Bob is a liar.
The fans know you.
I will never say that, Monet.
Monet will force words on you if it's the last thing she does, girl.
Oh my gosh, don't I know it?
Oh, Dan, I love you so much, and thank you for the very beautifully distressed sweaters and jackets and everything. The fans love it.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out.
All right, we gotta wrap it up.
Okay,
right.
Dan, I'll talk to you soon, babe.
Monet, the microphone.
I cannot believe you made this whole story.
I did not make the story up.
Okay, guys, what do you think? You guys comment below if you think Bob made the story up because he's allegedly he's the only one who took this fantasy car because no one else recalls it. Alfredo got bullied into thinking maybe it happened because
you are making up things. Alfredo did not say I would. Alfredo said I don't think I was there. You told me the story. Was I there? That is because Alfredo in the beginning. Alfredo said I got out with you. I did not force that narrative on Alfredo. Alfredo just said I got out with you. So I did not force Alfredo into saying that. Did Alfredo say that? Did he not say that?
Okay, well,
did he say it or did he not say it?
Well, the fans
did
decide.
he say it or did he not say it?
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Well,
I don't know if I've ever heard this conversation. Well, did you tell me this? I don't even know. I'll let the fans let us know what they think below.
Yeah, let us know what y'all niggas think.
So I've been in New York City obviously for a very long time, since I was 9 years old, but I have not seen a lot of New York landmarks. I have never been to the Statue of Liberty. I've never been to the Chrysler Building.
Empire State Building?
I've never been to the Empire State
Rikers
Building.
Island?
I've never been to Rikers. I've never been to Rikers.
Governors?
Never been to Governor's Island. I did so many New York things I've never done. Have you been to Statue of Liberty?
I have been to the Statue of Liberty. I can't remember if I went to Ellis Island or the Statue of Liberty. I went to one or the other because I went down there and I only had time to go to one. I think I went to Ellis Island.
Is it Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island?
No, it's on Liberty Island.
Oh,
they're really close to each other.
Oh, okay.
And I think I went to Ellis Island. I just looked at the Statue of Liberty from there.
Here's a picture of Monet on the Empire State Building.
So were you at the Empire State Building or did you not go to the Empire State Building?
Oh.
This is a picture of Monet Exchange.
That's Monique Hart.
A picture of Monet Exchange.
Looking like
a thumb. Looking like the back of a thumb next to a certified, bona fide supermodel. We will be putting this image on there. So Monet, did you ever go to the Statue of Liberty? Have you been to Ellis Island? How do we know at this point?
Okay, to be fair, I was in drag. I didn't do the thing. Like,
I think the fact that you were in drag should make it stand out even more.
Would it?
Yes. Lying ass. Damn. Well, I guess we found out on this.
Whatever.
So you all let us know if you think Monet was lying about not going to the Empire State Building. That is the key of that Monet in full drag. At the top of the Empire State Building. Not at the base. on the spire, riding the spire with that whap.
Anyway, so you've been to Ellis Island. Liberty Island.
I can say I have actually never been to the Chrysler Building or the Empire State. I've been at the base of both of them.
Well, I've been at the base of
Yeah.
Empire. Well, I've been in the Empire Building.
You've been at the top. King Kong up in this bitch. Swatting that fucking planes and shit, girl.
But I've not even been to the I've not been to the 9/11 memorial thing.
Pictures surface of Monet laying a flower with a tear at the memorial.
I've been on the High Line. Have you been on the High Line?
Oh yeah, I've been in the High Line. Yeah, I do love the High Line. And oh my god, that club we used to. I don't know if you ever performed there.
Which one?
The High Line Ballroom.
What? Yeah, I've been on the High Line.
Done.
Is it gone?
Bitch, she's done.
Because of COVID?
No, before COVID.
Oh.
She's done.
Really?
But you know, also all these clubs, they just kind of get done. They just get renamed.
Oh,
and
down.
And they change. They throw one shellac of paint over it, and they're like, now it's the Lehigh Ballroom.
Is that where you? No, that was the Jane Hotel. One of your first big, well, not big, one of your first gigs in New York City after Drag Race.
No, it was the High Line. We did a viewing party. I produced it myself.
No. When Kimchi painted you.
Oh no, that was not the Jane. That was downtown at I cannot remember the name of this hotel. It was where Westgate moved to.
It was Jane Hotel.
Was it the Jane?
It was a Jane Hotel.
Probably
yes.
was.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Westgate used to be down at Westway.
Oh my god.
But then that strip club closed.
Right.
And it's probably now it's a fucking.
But do you remember Westgate?
lot.
Westgate was fucking iconic.
Yeah, it was Frankie Sharp.
Oh my god.
That's very New York City.
That
also,
is so New
but
York.
there's a whole like section of like New York City from my early drag days, which is roughly
Splash.
Yeah, I mean, this is all like 12 years ago when I first moved here.
Right.
The stuff that is no longer around, which is, I hate to be one of those. I mean, when you first move here and you're within New York, they go, that used to be a hit.
Right.
And that used to be a.
Oh, that's fully
that used to be a.
That's fully us right now.
Oh, at this very juncture of time, I am a. That used to be like Excess Lounge, used to be a blank and Splash, used to be a blank and No Parking, used to be a blank and there are all these clubs that are no longer there. Which
no parking.
XL, before it was XL, what was it called?
Oh, I only knew it was XL.
No, you're right, it was XL, then BPM. Yeah, and now it's the Playboy Club.
Yeah, the Playboy, yeah. Which is such a weird concept.
I think Playboy just purchased it now, just a bunch of straight niggas up in there. Like,
right, but no, well, yeah, but Lincoln, remember Lincoln Ward, Patty's friend? Mm-hmm. He's like the Hugh Hefner over there. He like makes all the girls corsets, and, well, not making
I don't think Hugh Hefner was just fucking hoes. I don't think Hugh Hefner was like, yes, ladies.
Oh, you don't know? What if Hugh Hefner is a big old fag?
Well, he's dead.
Is he?
Been dead. When did he die? Hugh Hefner's been dead for like probably 4 years now.
Really?
Probably a full.
How come it wasn't a bigger thing? I feel like it was not a big thing.
2017. So 3 years he's been dead.
I feel
it was a pretty big deal.
Was it?
Yes. They were like, Hugh Hefner's dead. And I was like, oh, girl, Hugh Hefner's dead.
I don't remember that.
Are you sad?
No, I'm not sad. I don't remember that being a thing.
You know where the Playboy headquarters are?
Don't tell me. Like where like the grotto thing is, like that?
The grotto? Where's the grotto?
That's like the big thing in the Playhouse. Like the big mansion.
Oh, no. The Playboy. There's a Playboy headquarters in New York City.
Oh, no.
I think the grotto is in L.A. But it's over on 7th Avenue. Fashion Avenue.
It's probably because their publication.
They probably don't print there. They're probably printing some place that's like much larger.
I want to say it was probably like where they, like their offices and stuff where that is. Playboy Enterprise. No, it's in Beverly Hills, California. So where was it, Bob?
No,
is it in New York?
That's two different things.
There's the headquarters.
They have a big office on 7th Avenue.
Oh, but it's not the headquarters.
It's probably not the headquarters.
That was such a good joke I had at All Stars, and they.
What joke?
So when we're doing Jersey Justice, can I hear your New Jersey accent?
Like a Jersey accent? I mean, it's gonna be like a trash ass Jersey accent, but I think folks would understand what I was doing if I.
It's so similar to New York.
No, a New York accent's more like this. There's like a Jersey accent, like a New York accent. But also, there's also 19 New York accents. You have like a New Yorker accent, a Bronx accent, a Brooklyn accent, an Upper West Side, an Upper East Side accent.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, there's a full-on quinceañera happening outside here.
Welcome to my neighborhood where you think I'm just hearing wisp of things passing by.
In Jersey Justice, I had such a funny joke when he goes like, and Your Honor, she used to give head for a quarter. I was like, excuse me, Your Honor, it was not a quarter, it was 25 cents, and it was not getting a big laugh. That was very funny.
That's pretty funny.
Thank you.
I used to always joke whenever someone gave me a $10 tip at the show. Do you remember what I always say?
$10 tip. I don't remember 10. I remember $100 you get G-Drive.
I'd always say, bitch, you just bought yourself 2 blowjobs.
Oh, and some change.
Yeah, no, you $2 in change. And I go, yeah, the price went up.
I used to love stealing that one. That was good.
To be fair, a lot of queens in New York City, this is a New York moment. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. I would go to shows after being on Drag Race and out of the New York City nightlife scene for a while, and a lot of people were just telling my jokes on stage, like verbatim. And have you been watching Drag Race Canada, like watching it?
Like, yeah, I'm watching it. It's so good, by the way.
Yeah, there are some Tina Burner-isms in Lemon.
Like what?
Like you ever see when she goes, you ever get so litty that you splitty your kitty? The way she does it is very Tina Burner to me. But I think that it's hard to be a part of the New York City drag scene and not be influenced. I have a lot of peppermint in my performances and colloquialisms.
Yeah. Well, I don't see the Tina Burner-ness in that. Maybe I need to watch it again. Not just saying.
Or like whenever I see a queen doing this thing with her lip sync.
Do them again.
That's Tina, right? Do them again, like that's a Tina, or like this thing is very Tina Burner.
It is,
but also stuff gets passed down. For example, allegedly, it
is.
Yeah, sorry. So what happens is Candace Kane would be like, all right, now I'm ready to do track number 2 on the CD. Hit it! And then she would yell, hit it. And then Jackie B started doing it. And then someone else, and then someone else, and then I saw it, then I would do it. And at some point, but who knows who Candace took it from?
Right.
If Candace originated it.
Right.
But like queens end up just seeing other queens do it, and then I used to yell hit it at my shows. Like without even thinking, I would just like hit it.
Yeah.
And it would always get like, and Tina does it, Tina Burner does it, like all the girls do it.
Tina Burner.
So like, I mean, I don't know if y'all can hear this music, but this video is going to get demonetized for copyright infringement.
No, you can't hear it. The mic won't pick it up.
Yeah. But that is like something very New York City, like the nightlife New York City scene.
Another New York City thing, which you love, is pizza.
Oh yeah, I love pizza.
But you don't like New York pizza, which is very funny to me.
New York pizza.
Well, not like it, but you don't think New York pizza is fierce. You think Domino's pizza is fierce.
No, Domino's pizza is my favorite pizza. Manja. But I do like Gotham pizza. Gotham has a couple of what?
Bob, you used to live by Mama's Pizza. Mama's Pizza is some of the best New York pizza.
Mama's is good, but also, girl, Coronet.
Coronet, yes! The big pizza that like the size of your head. That shit was so good.
I used to live I used to live right above. I don't mind taking. I don't live there anymore. I used to live at 106 in Amsterdam.
Right.
And right downstairs was a Mama's Pizza, which they also would deep fry anything you brought there. And me and my roommate were really pushing the limit. We were like, will they say no to this? And they never said no to anything.
Really?
The worst thing I ever had deep fried was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Was that good though?
No, it was not good. That's the one thing I was like, this does not work.
Because it was too battery?
I think either the peanut butter or the jelly just changes when you heat it up. Like something about it being warm, like it didn't taste the same anymore.
Work.
Yeah.
I used to love those fried Oreos, bitch. Those fried Oreos. Every time I come to your house, I would get some fried Oreos.
First of all, they're this big.
Oh, they're so good.
This little thing becomes this massive. The whole thing's soft. And they powder them. They basically make a Zeppeli with an Oreo inside of it.
Oh, so good. I didn't know you never told me the information that they would deep fry anything you brought them.
Anything you brought them.
You never told me that until now.
$2. No, deep fried Snickers bars, anything. And we pushed the Twinkies.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Oh, that sounds. Oh, I'm about to get it.
They're still there.
I'm going.
We used to. But you're closer now than you were back then. You used to live in the Brooklyn.
Yeah. Now I'm like right here. I'm trying to think of other New York stuff. This is crazy. I just can't even focus.
Let's pause for one sec. Sorry, guys. I had to go out there and set them straight. I just said a couple. I had to say, listen, you all know who I am. You respect me, and they turned the music off. Isn't that what happened? And then I got kicked out of the Uber, and then you didn't go to the Empire State Building.
Okay, so this is a very New York movie. Have you ever seen this? I'm gonna judge you based on this because this is very serious to me.
I probably haven't seen it. Whatever it is.
A Bronx Tale.
Is that the one? No. What is it about?
It's about that Italian boy Calogero, and he's obviously in the Bronx, and then he falls in love with that black girl.
I seen Rumble in the Bronx.
No.
Have you seen Rumble in the Bronx?
No.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, of course. Yes, that's it. Okay.
I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan. I'm a Jackie fan.
I used to love. I seen all of Jackie Chan movies.
And did you see his cartoon?
There was one more thing.
Yeah, bad day.
Oh, it's so good.
I was obsessed with Jackie Chan. Also, you know Jackie Chan in Rumble in the Bronx, he like jumps off of a bridge onto a submarine.
It's him.
Breaks his foot. They put it in a cast. He then puts they put in like a really skinny cast, and then he has like a sock that looks like his tennis shoe, and he just did the film with a broken foot.
Oh, let me say, Jackie Chan is a badass motherfucker. He does all his own stunts. Jackie Chan is legit.
And are you ready to really love him?
What?
He's trained
gay?
in opera.
Oh, he's a
like he did not train. I mean, he trained as a martial artist apparently, but his thing was like, I'm going to be a famous opera singer. And then he ended up just being a famous martial arts actor. He's so
old now.
He is not young. But, girl, people also realize when Jackie Chan was doing Rush Hour, he was like late 40s or maybe early 50s.
No.
Yes. Girl.
No.
Yeah. Like, can you find out maybe how old Jackie Chan was during?
He's 66 right now.
And we can find out when Rush Hour came out. But he was either in his late 40s or early 50s.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, he was like doing the damn thing. Anyway, Rumble in the Bronx is like
it's a great
brilliant movie.
Do you remember the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah.
I've been trying to find it. It does not exist anywhere. I can't find it anywhere. It's not
on Amazon?
It's not on Amazon. It's not on iTunes. I can't find it.
It was a creepy film.
It was very weird, but it was. I remember being obsessed with it as a kid.
I loved it too. It also kind of reminded me of like the one where you flash the light and the monsters shrink. It was like this...
Gremlins?
No, it was like this where you would flash lights at the monsters and they would like become nothing. And then they would like...
Luigi's Mansion?
And then they would like shove the clothes under the door because there were these monsters that you like would flash... Like the monsters couldn't exist with light.
I don't know this movie at all.
It used to freak me out, but I was like also like in love with this movie as a kid.
Well, Super Mario Brothers, was supposed to be New York City. Well, obviously because they're plumbers, they're Italian. It's supposed to be New York City.
You know what? The original, they were not Italian.
Little Monsters?
Little Monsters, that's the one. In the original, they were not Italian. In the original, they were Chinese.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, the original what?
The original Super Mario Brothers.
Like the game?
Yeah, and then to market it around the world, they made them Italian.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently.
Do you know the movie?
And it's also based off of another game, almost like verbatim, like exactly the game.
Oh, you know, The Lion King is based off of some other movie.
Isn't that crazy?
It's I don't know.
And not just Hamlet, but like someone else took the story of Hamlet and put it to lions.
Yeah, to lions. It was some
instead
Asian,
of Simba, it's like Bimba.
Yeah, it was like some Asian franchise. I don't know what it was, but they did it first, and then Disney Walt was like, "Oh, for real? Mopped. Thank you.
Appreciate that."
$800 billion later,
and they have fucking ridden the fucking Lion King train all the way to Black is King.
Well, Beyonce rid the train.
I mean, Disney's like, we will not let this Lion King thing.
Oh,
they're like, we are going to make so much money off the Lion King. To be fair, Lion King is the best film Disney has ever put out.
No,
Disney.
ho, no.
What is this?
Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is the best Disney film. Oh, that or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yes. The singing, Snow White singing is so beautiful.
But it's not. Bitch, Lion King got white folks speaking Swahili.
Have you seen that video of that
white lady in the Marines? Is that when white allies take it too far? It is hilarious.
Oh, it's so
but also,
good.
she can sing.
Oh, she sounds great.
Like, bitch can sing.
She looks like the lady from Not Stepford Wives. Desperate Housewives. The lead lady with the red hair. You know what I'm talking about?
To me, she looked like the lady from The Incredibles or fucking
Elastigirl?
No, the one. Yeah, or Lois from Family Guy. Is that look she has? that super Karen look.
Lois. Who does her voice? Peter.
It's the lady who does
Peter.
Mrs. Swan.
Alex Borstein?
Is that who she is? Yeah, she does Lois.
Really?
But she also does the voice of, like, so here's another thing. People are not having a problem because she also does the voice of, she does some really problematic stuff in her career. Mrs. Swan, who's this Asian lady.
And she's not Asian.
Not even a little bit.
Right.
And she also does the voice of the black neighbor.
Cleveland's
Cleveland's wife.
Really?
It's like, Cleveland?
Really?
Yeah, and Cleveland's not black either. Cleveland's white too.
Oh my God.
Quagmire, you're what the Spanish call El Terrible.
But to be fair, if my eyes were closed, I would not think that I was a black man speaking. I was just thinking just like...
Is it...
Where the wife sounds like she's trying to do a black voice.
She's doing
Yeah.
like, this is me trying to sound like black women.
Whereas Cleveland is just on, the person's just trying to sound like they're speaking.
Yeah, but it's that fully shook. Anyway.
Well, you know that lady. I mean, we're getting to a whole thing about cartoons.
Girl,
we'll
this is the one about New York City and cartoons. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know what's up. Don't act new. Don't act like y'all just showed up.
Oh my God! You know, was PJs based in New York City? The PJs?
Yeah.
Oh God, don't! I know what you're gonna do.
Whoa. Monet, if y'all watch PJs, it was another claymation. Does Monet not sound like the little kid who always
Look, today I'm congested. Today.
Super.
I do sound like that today.
But also, that's kind of like Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
Do you remember that rapper Shine? Rapper with this
Vaguely.
Shine. Whoa! Skibbity bobbity doobity bobbity doobity bobbity doobity bobbity doobity whoa.
Yeah.
But that rapper just kind of sounded like Biggie Smalls. That was his whole thing with it. His whole thing was that he sounds like Biggie. That was like his whole thing.
I don't know who Shine is.
You don't remember Shine?
I mean, the name sounds from. I feel like I've heard my brother listen to Shine, but I'm not like, oh my God, Shine.
Yeah, this
When
song.
I hear Shine, I was like, shining. Also, wait, pause really quick. You know when the YouTube videos links come out that small? That means this is an old video. When was this published?
This was.
This is old YouTube.
I believe you. This is. Oh shit. Oh, this is too. This too much. This too much.
Yeah, this is old. Bitch, you can't even see the date when it's published. This is old YouTube. He does talk like this. This is him. He does the or is just a sample of his song?
No, someone else is doing the
Okay.
He's the one who does the rapping thing.
God.
Yeah, when I grew up, I was like, if I moved to New York City, it's gonna be like Hey Arnold.
Oh my God, Hey Arnold was such a New York cartoon.
I was like, every neighborhood was there a stoop kid in your neighborhood?
Of course, it was stupid.
Kid that couldn't leave a stoop.
Yes. Well, our Stu kid didn't. Obviously, Hey Arnold, they like jazzed it up for the story, but his mother would not let him. You better not leave the motherfucking stoop. You can sit out here. You better not get off the stoop, boy.
So when you saw a stoop kid, you were like, oh, we all know a stoop kid.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, would you let your kid leave the stoop in New York City?
Yes.
Knowing what the fuck you was doing, sucking dick at the movie theater when you were in 6th grade. Like, you talked about it.
I did not suck dick at the movie theater.
No, it's at the porn shop movie.
Yeah, I was not in. That was not in. I was not in.
Not the movie theater, but the porn shop.
Yeah, I was a little older. I was high school.
Go back to the episode. Y'all can listen.
No, I first had sex in 7th grade, so I know I was sucking nothing in 6th grade.
So you was fucking, but you weren't sucking dick. Terrible lay.
Oh my God. Anyway, and no,
But you would let your kid leave the stoop so they can go do that shit? Because your kid's gonna be you. Your kid's gonna do the stuff you did.
That's not how children
It's
work.
not always, but the DNA is in there. They are gonna have a lot of the same characteristics that you have. They are gonna learn them from you and inherit them from you.
I'm not gonna teach my kids that. What do you mean?
Oh, so your mom taught you how to suck dick in 7th grade? So you're blaming your mama. Wow, Miss Daniels, you heard that?
Kamika and I used to at like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. We talked about it. Oh my God, we did our Mo movies, and Kamika and I had a whole thing on the podcast, bitch. We had a whole Kiki laugh session.
So y'all have been trying to meet Kamika. If you want to meet Kamika, you can go over and join our Patreon, and Monet and Kamika watch Legally Blonde.
And then we did a podcast about it together. She was really fun. Anyway, yeah, we used to go to the park and we used to kiki and we used to go, like do things that kids did. Wow, just because you grew up in New York, we were still doing things like going to the park and riding our bikes and doing
sucking
skates.
dick at the park, and then riding your bike and sucking the dick when you ride the bike, and then like skating, and then like
we
sucking dick when you
did
skate.
normal things that children do. Like we were
Just sprinkling in some dick sucking.
What was the first? Well, how old are you when you sucked your first dick?
I was in college.
What?
I was in college. Colegio.
That's the first time you ever sucked a dick.
College. It was a collegiate dick.
Did you do anything sexual in high school? Hand job?
Yeah, I got blowjobs from my girlfriend.
Oh my God, Bob!
When I was in 12th
Here's
grade.
about this being the universal.
I didn't tell the merch.
You do.
But when I was in 12th grade, I got a BJ. But I waited until 12th grade. I was 17 years old.
Gag. Was it? How was the head?
She was great. I mean, it was also.
You
basing
didn't
off
know
of
what?
what I remember thinking this is amazing.
So you didn't have any complaints.
I had no complaints. I was really excited. I was happy to be there. I was just happy to be there. To be honest, I was like, this is great.
Oh, like I had a girlfriend in high school, but we never did anything sexual. Anytime she wanted to do something sexual, I'd be like, Jesus would not want us to do that.
Oh my God, your poor girlfriend.
What?
She's probably sexually frustrated. You was off sucking dick, but she couldn't do nothing.
Lord, it was Lamar Delk. We dated 9th and 10th grade.
I feel like since I talk about my girlfriend sucking dick, I should say what her name was.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that. I mean, but she might not care. But you know what? Consent. She got to consent if you want to say her name.
Well, I don't think. Yeah. But anyway, she's really lovely. She was very pretty, way too pretty for me at that time.
Oh,
'Cause I was a gangly looking dreadlock, like this big.
I cannot imagine you being that big. By the way,
When you met me and I was skinny.
okay, yeah, you were skinny. You weren't. We weren't this big. This big as Nicholas Smith. You were not like that.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I was skinnier than I am now. You got me, Monet. When I was in high school, I've gained weight. In the past 16 years, I've gained a few pounds. You'll forgive me. I'm 34 now. I was
Wait,
17.
so in high school you were like Nick's size?
In high school, I was probably 170 or 60 pounds, and I was 6'2".
How much does Nick weigh? I'm very curious.
Nick's probably one. And we can guess
30.
what we call him. Nick's probably 150 or 160.
Nick is a skinny.
Nick is
man.
also 6'4"
Yeah,
or
he's
5.
tall.
He's the tallest one in the group.
He's not 6'5". He's 6'4".
Yeah, probably. He's taller than me, and I'm tall.
Right.
Yeah.
Can this bitch shut up?
That's that. I'm telling you, this is my neighborhood. When you think we don't hear stuff. I love it. My neighbor's like, oh, we'll show you. We make noise.
Honestly, tonight they're like, oh, we gonna show y'all how we do.
Skibbity bobbity dibbity. Whoa.
Oh my God, Roberto. Yeah, let's go back to our list. Let me see what we got on there.
Oh my God, do you have any crazy? You do have. Oh, how are things going with your crazy neighbor? Because every New Yorker has a crazy neighbor.
Oh,
Because my old apartment was the crazy British lady.
I loved her.
You met her. She was
met
a
her.
wild, crazy
was
British
crazy.
lady who was like doing coke and like
Cigarettes. Your building would smell of fucking cigarettes.
Because she would open her door and smoke her cigarettes butt naked on her bed.
I love it.
But also, no one would walk past her door except because the way my building used to be, you go up there, be one apartment to the right and then two to the left.
Right.
And the two to
but
the
down
left,
a long hallway.
long hallway. So I would never walk past her door. But my neighbors who walked out that door could see right near her apartment. She would leave the door open and smoke cigarettes on her bed naked.
I live.
And the whole hall, and I had a theory that she killed her husband too. I told you that.
She did not kill her husband.
We don't know that.
She made Dorian Corey her, or electrode her.
She was like crying about him one day, and the next day she's like, he left all of a sudden. Don't know where he went.
And then now you have Crazy Iris.
Iris, my fucking cuckoo crazy neighbor, who is like, I have not seen her since the day she moved. I was looking at the apartment. She let me know that our shared door is her private hallway, which her and I both know it's not. She is my private entrance. It's not. If it was, I have a private entrance, bitch. And then last night she came by banging. I mean, like the cops banging on our door, yelling at Jacob, yelling at me, yelling at USPS or FedEx or
because she thought that you stole her package.
She thought I stole her package.
Which did you?
She just came over. It was like screaming about me stealing her USB drive that she had mailed over, and I was like, "Bitch, I did not steal your fucking thing." I didn't say that. What I said was, because she was screaming, and she's like, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." And if you want to know, Iris is like, she looks like a white lady, about 50 years old, hair about here, average size, with a New Yorican accent. And she was very adamant. And then she's like yelling at us, and I said, whoa. You think I stole your package? She goes, yes. I said, we don't have it. It's not here.
Okay, it was a USB, but Bob, knowing how many electronics you have here, did you offer her one of your that would have been water under the bridge, and maybe Iris would become your best friend.
Well, I don't need Iris, my friend. She's volatile. I've never heard Iris's voice when she wasn't yelling. I've only ever heard Iris yelling at people through the doorway. But also, if you want, you know where she is. You can go get her a fucking USB all
She
day.
don't know who I am. Honestly, she probably think I'm you.
Girl, that's the fucking real tea.
So my crazy neighbor. So my neighbor.
So we all know you take tap lessons. You do Pilates. Beach body.
I have a downstairs neighbor, and then
Poor guy.
You shaking the table. I have a downstairs neighbor, and it happened like during coronavirus. Obviously, I started working out at home, etc., etc. And then one day. I went to Target. I left at like 9 a.m. I went to Target. I came back home. Because, Target in New York City is a full day activity. You have to rent cars. You have to...
It's almost like going to Ikea.
Honestly,
it's like one step down from going to Ikea.
It's just too much. So I came back home like around 2 o'clock. And I came back... And mind you, I had woke up and just left. I didn't do anything and left. I came back to a note...
Which Target did you go to?
I went to the one on 225th.
The Bronx.
Yeah.
Me too, yeah.
So then I came back...
First we went to the one in Harlem.
There's one over there. It's not
But
too
it
far.
seems too far over. Anyway.
And then I came back to a signal on my door like, hey, I hear you banging all day. Please keep it down.
All day.
Today was super loud. Please keep it down. So I came back and I wrote on the other side. I was like, first of all, I know.
That's not how you start a friendly discourse.
I don't care. And I was like, first of all, I was not home all day. I just got back home and I see this. So it could not have been me. Didn't hear anything else. This was like in April. Cut to June 30th, June 28th, because it was Pride Sunday. I went down to ABC to debut my newest music video in March on ABC's Channel 7, the news with Sam Champion, Rosetta
Stone.
All the newscasters, and then I got a call from my super, like literally right before I was about to go on set. He was like, hey, your neighbor was saying that there's a lot of banging here. And I was like, I'm literally downtown in like on Greenwich Street. I'm like all the way downtown. Like, there's no way I'm making noise. He's like, well, he said it happens every hour. I was like, Will, I am not home. I is not me. So then I got back home, and then 3 hours after I got home, he came knocking on my door. And then I was like, hello? And he was like, hey, I'm downstairs.
So you're not face to face.
Face to face.
What does he look like?
He's, I want to say, maybe like 47. He looks like he might be Dominican or black. Short, Caesar, black and pepper.
Straight, probably?
Probably straight. Honestly, he might have been queer. I can't tell. And like medium build. Not fat, not skinny. Like medium build. And he was like, hey, there's a banging that happens every hour on the hour. Thump, thump, thump.
Just three?
Three. Every hour.
It's just three. Let it go. It's just three.
He said every hour on the hour, all day, 24 hours a day, it happens every hour. He's like,
literally every hour.
That's what he was saying. He was like, so there's something in your apartment. I was like, I don't have anything that does that. He's like, yes, you do. I was like, I don't have anything in my apartment that does that. I was like, you can come take a look. I was being nice. I was like, you can come take a look. I was like, there's literally nothing in my apartment that does that. He's like, okay, it's probably a misunderstanding. I apologize. He's like, well, nice to meet you, etc. I was like, great.
Did you say Mo? Did you say Kevin? What did you say?
I said Kevin. I had my face on still though. I swear.
I was like, if you're going to confront your neighbors, do it in drag. It just makes it so much better.
Honestly though, because he was not combative or conversational. And then about 2 weeks ago, I had my cleaning lady over, and then she was home. I was home. We didn't hear anyone knock on the door, and she was leaving. A note falls from under my door, and it's this letter. He was like, "I have had it. You are too loud. You're causing too much noise. I've already filed a complaint with the city, and I will be taking you to court." He's like, "Don't respond to this because I'm already pissed off." I can't.
Now don't respond.
Don't respond. Then you
Tell
told me
what to do.
And then you told me when they don't respond. Don't be extra.
I didn't say go hit him.
I want to reply, but I'm like, I don't want to create.
You could probably just like, listen, we need to have. Okay, here's the question. A lot of times in New York City, people don't realize this. Like, when the building was built, it was probably a straight line up. Every apartment was probably a mirror image of the apartment above it. Your building is probably almost 100 years old, if not more.
Right.
So over time, in remodeling, your apartment might be split into two. His might have been two apartments combined in one. Are you sure that his apartment is literally your apartment beneath? Is he between you and another neighbor? Does a neighbor have something going on in their apartment that might be causing this noise?
I don't know. The neighbor, the super said we have the same apartment, so I'm thinking we have the same thing.
Well, you're gonna gag when you move out, and then you find something that's just, that every hour goes. Doop, 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 you're like,
I don't have that.
But
in my
would
home.
would you at the day you move out, and you be like, oh my god. Oh my god!
I thought maybe it's Colleen running around, but Colleen is maybe 4 pounds. It can't be Colleen.
And every hour she's like,
right.
Step move. She's gonna stomp the yard.
It's a New York thing. I am nervous that maybe one day he'll like try to come. See, you know me, crazy me. He's gonna come to my apartment, try to put like roaches under my door or something, in like an envelope, like try to put a mouse or something under my door. People are vindictive. People do stuff like that in the city. That you looking at me screw face. People do stuff.
I think
like
it's because you be want to do stuff like that. You only think you do stuff like that because you want to do stuff like that.
No, people do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, people like you. Your mind says put roaches in someone's home. Listen right now. I'm so stressed out.
What?
I'm so stressed out.
What?
I got home after like a week in LA, and me and Jacob were sitting up on the couch watching Birds of Prey or something. I don't know what it was. Birds of Prey, and we're just sitting down, and then I saw yes, a roach crawled, and I was like,
Bob hates bugs. Bob hates creepy crawly
it was not
sizable.
small. Like, that nigga had luggage.
You have a third roommate.
Girl, I was like, oh my God. And I jumped up. I'm screaming. Jacob is screaming.
Not the two of y'all tweeting out.
Jacob runs and goes, put on shoes. Also takes like 3 weeks to put on shoes. So Jacob comes out of the bedroom wearing shoes and wearing those. Grab this shoe, please.
A hazmat suit.
Jacob comes out wearing, grab the other shoe because I put on that shoe. Jacob comes out wearing these shoes. I go put on these shoes. And Jacob is holding a blue tennis shoe in his hand. I'm wearing these church shoes. I'm holding a broom. And we're
Why
like,
do y'all put shoes on?
in case we need to step on it. If we see it, we got to step on it.
No, but you know, everyone knows. Every New Yorker knows. You have more aim if you have something in your hand. You can do that. If you have shoes, you're trying to
we
like.
have a shoe in our feet and a shoe in our hand, in his hand. I'm wearing shoes. He has a broom. So and then we get the bug spray, right?
Right.
So now I'm standing here and I saw it go under the couch. I'm freaking out. So then I pull the couch out to try to see it behind there. I can't see it behind the couch, and then it ends up. Then we see it go from under the couch, go that way. So we're screaming, freaking out, but then it gets back under the couch somehow, and I'm like, okay, fuck, we can't see it. Then Jacob pushes. So I say, Jacob, you're gonna push the couch, and I'm gonna start swatting. Jacob goes to push the couch. Jacob Jacob cannot move the couch because we think Jacob like. Jacob was like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. So then we switched, and I started pushing, and we're like, you know what? It's gone. I'm just going to assume that it left.
No.
But then I was like, let me just vacuum and clean up some stuff, because in the midst of I took the broom and swept it under the couch, tried to knock it out, but nothing came out. But then I knocked out some debris, so I was like, let me vacuum this up. I came back, and it had crawled from under the couch and was just sitting in the middle of the room. We started screaming. Jacob started trying to stomp on it. Jacob is stomping. It is going everywhere but under his feet. It crawls under the dinner table, crawls over to the side. I started attacking it with the broom.
Oh my God.
I break my broom. You probably know I don't have a broom right now. I broke my broom, crushing this bug. We sprayed it, and then Jacob flushed it down the toilet. It was... No, actually, we hadn't even started watching Birds of Prey yet. We were watching the trailer for Human Centipede.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
And I couldn't even finish the trailer. It stressed me out too much.
I could not.
And in my older apartment, I used to have mice.
I remember. But you bought those little things like they play like a whistle sound or something. Those little outlet things.
Yeah. You plug. Oh my God, we need to plug those back in. You plug this into your wall, and like pests don't like the sound, and they would go away. But I would absolutely it used to just really freak me out. It used to drive me crazy. I'll explain it. It used to freak me out. It used to drive me crazy. And I would rather have mice than roaches.
No.
Rather.
No.
The thing about mice though is that you can hear mice. You can't hear
roaches. I don't want to hear
if you can hear you'll just be laying in bed, and then you'll hear something in your kitchen like like rustling for food, and you're like, that's a fucking
mice are fast. Those bitches.
Oh, I know.
Bitch,
Bullets.
they are fast.
Faster than A-Train, bitch.
At least a roach is kind of dopey. They're fast, but they're like a little wobblier. You can get them.
No, mice are lightning quick.
Bitch. Girl.
A brown blur flying across your fucking floor. And also, they can slip into anything. Crack, any
How?
crevice.
Do they not have bones?
Apparently not. Apparently mice are liquid. Have you had a mouse in your apartment?
No, thank God.
Never, not once?
Never, not I've known of, ever.
My old apartment had a horrible mouse problem. I've not had any mice in this apartment.
My old apartment in the Bronx, I had roach. I've killed before I left. I lived there for 2 years. I killed about like 4 roaches in an apartment.
So the thing about this apartment now is, this is what I found out. So I called the super and I was like, what is going on? I saw a bug. There was one of the things I was like, what's going on? I've been living in the apartment for 3 years. I've never seen a bug. What's the fucking problem? What's happening? And he's like, oh yeah, well now that during the coronavirus, if you want to get your apartment sprayed, you have to sign up.
Oh, really?
So my apartment, and also the thing is, if you don't if your neighbors aren't getting sprayed, then you inherit their bugs too.
Yeah, because
so you have to go to the mailbox. You have to sign up to get sprayed. So I signed up, bitch. I went to the thing. There were only 2 people signed up because I went to go sign up for this. In 2 days, my apartment's gonna get sprayed now. Only 2 people in this entire. This is a big building.
They don't know.
I know. This is a massive building. No one is signing up for the bug spray. I need Iris to sign up.
Oh yeah, because Iris bug will come to you.
They
you
will.
Know what? Just put her apartment down. She won't know.
Honestly, real tea. I'm gonna write her fucking name, write her apartment number, like go visit this bitch too. Because I'm only attached to 2 people, Iris and the people next door, which I'm pretty sure is a daycare.
Oh god,
next door is a daycare.
Do you hear them?
There's a daycare next door. Yeah.
Word.
Have you ever heard the daycare? Well, no one's there now because no one's daycare. You should put this in your lap so banging up against it. Oh! Don't do that, Monet. We're done. Goodbye. That's not funny. Cut the fucking camera, Jacob. Oh my god. That's not funny. Yo, okay, I almost hit you.
If you know I'm watching on Patreon, Jacob texted me. He's like, pretend like you see a bug, which I did, and Bob just had a little.
Why would you do that, Jacob? That's horrible.
It's my job to make sure you have good cover.
Oh my god! Say goodbye to everyone.
At least your heart works. Your heart is good.
Is it?
Oh my god, man, this is a fun podcast. I love you so much.
I'm stressed. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Goodbye.